How's it going? This is Tim with EarthPlat. Going to make another video because the other one was audio was terrible. That's good. Second time around's better, right? So we are going to show a new feature on the comparables, and this it was a good chance to test a user who she was so kind to be patient enough to let us finish this feature up. So anyway, this was a property that they were looking at, and so if we do a search for that property, we were wanting to get some comps on that. So if you were to click on that, hit this comparables button, it would normally just go out and try to get similar properties. Um, in this case, the zoning is an AR2 and agricultural. I think the type was a mobile home, things like that. So it would try to go out and get that, and that's it. Now we have this feature here where you can pop up a comparable sales. You can search within a mile radius, 3 miles, 6 miles. In this case, we could do a 6 mile radius from February to today. Now, by default, this is on the checkbox. And so what this will do, you can see you have to kind of play with it. In this case, there are no comparables that match, anything close to our filter. 6 miles, things like that. You probably do a 10 mile radius and might find something that's very similar. In this case, you find, I think there's 6 items here. So this is 10 miles from, 10 mile radius from that original 2701 Rich Barn Road. And you could, if this was what you like, you could, let me see my saved here. I have this Tim comps one we did earlier, but this right here, you could, right click, right click, right click and say, hey, I got, all these particular comps. So you could do that, right? Because that matched your 10 miles, not a 6 mile radius. And it does have the exact, you are using the same type of property. So in this case, you could, I don't know, create another, I had it in the Tim comps, but create another group called 10 comps 2, create it, take all these guys, move them into the comps 2, sign the selected. You come over here and your group now, 10 comps 2, has those comps that you saved. And then you could print this out for, a client or for yourself, whatever the case may be. And it should have the original one sitting right here. Let's wait. Anyway, and then you could print this to save it as a PDF, or print it to your printer if you want. But print it, save it as a PDF and send it off to somebody if you want to do it that way. And that would allow you to at least have some sort of reporting feature. Now, in the comments, or you can email Tim at earthplat.com. Welcome to send any type of enhancements or things that we're always so open. We're a smaller company, so we're always open to allowing our users to say, I want this, and if you're really nice and send me chocolate chip cookies, then we might do it. No, I'm just kidding. But this is a feature that has been asked by a few users now, to have this comp feature where you could also export this to CSV or KML2 and pull it up on Google Earth if you wanted to. But anyway, that's kind of where you're doing the comps with that. Now let's go back to the original one, right? So you're back here to this guy, and you want comps, and you're like, I didn't like the 10 miles, I didn't like the 6 months. I do want to get, like, let's see if we can get 5 miles. But let's show unsimilar properties, right? So you can uncheck that and hit next, and this will give you a lot more, obviously. And this will let you to kind of go down and find, see where you're at. You can find your guy again, and you can get similar ones. You can do vacant lots. You can say, hey, well, this is a comp for vacant, or this is whatever you want to do. But this allows you to now play around more with the comparable feature, and it'll let you do that. 3 months, you can actually make this whatever date range you want. This goes up to 30 miles of a radius from that original address right here. And so with this address, it uses a kind of a geometry in the background for the lat long, and it does the radius based off that, not really based off the address per se. But anyway, I hope that helps with this new feature, allowing you guys to kind of narrow this down than what we had before, which was just a generic, here's all your comparables, and it jumped all over the place, all over the state. In this case, it allows you to kind of narrow it down to the area. So again, hopefully that helps. And in the comments, you can ask some questions, or you're welcome to send me an email, tim@earthplat.com, customer service at earthplat.com, but probably tim@earthplat.com would get something done quicker. I appreciate it. Thanks.